Hello, welcome to SoulSchool. I'm Theolyn, and here I am with another Signs and Wonders video. And again, I'm going to introduce you to one of my haiku. If you've followed my other Signs and Wonders where I share haiku, you will already know, so forgive me for repeating myself, but this is perhaps for newcomers, that I'm writing a book called Wake Up, Rise and Shine, which I expect will be available for you later this year. And you'll find out all about it if you're subscribed. So the haiku, each haiku has been designed for a different chapter in the book. When I'm looking for inspiration, actually all I have to do is close my eyes. It's almost like a kind of channeling. And the haiku pattern is just 17 syllables. And this particular haiku that I'm going to share with you talks about healing. And this is what it is. The healer, sleeping in the quiet cave, waits for dreams to show the way. So the idea here is that the healer is within us. And the quiet cave is a reference to the fact that in ancient times, if someone was looking for healing, they would often go to a healer and participate in a ritual called incubation. And they would sleep in a quiet cave where it was all dark. And during that time, dreams would come. And the dreams would show them the way. The dreams would tell them what was useful, what was necessary, what the process could be, should be, for them to move into a different way of being. And that different way of being would automatically bring with it healing, whether it was physical healing or spiritual healing or psychological healing. So the ancients put a great deal of emphasis on what happened in the darkness. So although we talk about the light a great deal in spiritual teaching and in mystical allegories, we talk about the light a lot. But nonetheless, the ancients knew that the darkness and the surrender to a quiet space where you can't necessarily see something with your ordinary eyesight would lead you to actually see something within. And this is an interesting thing about the topic of light and dark, because we've always used the word light throughout human history, as far back as records go. The light is always associated with what is good for us, with what is positive. And when we have the Enlightenment in Europe in the 17th century, the emphasis is always on the rational, and it's reason that will bring the light. But sleeping in the quiet cave is when you have dreams, and dreams are never, never rational. They have their own logic, but they're not rational. We can use the word transrational for them, because they're not irrational, they're not actually nonsense. Even though they might seem very muddled and chaotic and you can't quite understand the story in your dreams, there is always an underlying wisdom in them. And it's up to you to unpick that. So when you give yourself time for dreaming in your quiet cave, just meditating twice a day will do this for you. That is when something can be revealed to you. And what I explain in the Schaefer method is that when we use what I call a zira, in Sanskrit that might be a mantra. In Sufism, dhikr is a form of remembrance, repeating a holy name. Whichever methodology we're using or whatever word we like to use for it, when we use that, it takes us into a deeper realm within ourselves. And I sometimes describe it as deep sea diving, because we are dropping down in our meditation. We're dropping down to a very deep, quiet space. And it's like sitting on the bottom of the ocean where everything is still and quiet. And all the fuss and bother that was happening on the surface of the ocean, chopping waves, making our little boat of life bounce up and down. When we dive and get to the bottom, we've got this quiet space. And as we descend, then part of us opens up in a liminal space, you could call it, an in-between space. Part of us is opening up to the dream life, to the place where images can arise, and they can be really valuable. The main goal of meditation is to go to the deep, still, quiet space. But what we encounter on the way there will assist us. Sometimes it's just clutter, but sometimes it's jewels or pearls of wisdom as we go. And when we come back up again, the notions and the ideas and the shimmering, glittering quality of light forms that can arrive, almost like angels, that can arrive in our consciousness, will be there to guide us. So the healer sleeping in the quiet cave, well, that's you when you go down to the bottom of your ocean of consciousness and you stay there and you wait. And you wait for dreams to show the way. So you're opening up your consciousness, you're opening the portals, you're opening the gateways to the wisdom that can come into your life. And that's what brings healing with it, brings joy with it, brings a sense of renewal, a rebirth of vitality, because the old gets stripped away in that process. So take that on board. Find your own way to meditate, but do look at what I offer, the Schaefer method, because I believe, tried and tested, that is a very powerful methodology. But whatever it is that you try or that you bring into your life as a practice, make sure you've got time to give to that space in the quiet cave or the bottom of your ocean, the silence and the stillness that allows the dreams to come to you, the dreams that will speak to you, the dreams that will tell you the way. And those dreams are available to everyone all the time. They are blessings and they are gifts from the divine. Many blessings.